Dear Mr. Langley, once again I want to thank you for having been available for a meeting so spontaneously last Thursday evening. Although I do not wish to rush you, you will understand that in a case like ours, time is of the essence. Therefore, I wanted to ask you whether or not you have come to a decision. That's all of those. Yep. Private. My dear friend in Dubois? Whatever. Now we're friends. Maybe this friendship is worth investigating further then. If I may address you by that name once more. I hope this mail finds you in good health. First of all, I would like to apologize for not having been able to write you as often as I should have. I hope you don't think I avoided writing due to asking you about ongoing financial support for Nina. Interesting. He might have supported the Bonton bombing's perpetrator? We have to investigate this further. Look for hints if there really was an ongoing financial support. Alright, so I already know the answer is yes, Sims, because we've seen more than enough evidence for that. But he might not have known. Let's not be so rash just yet. It wasn't that. I should not have asked in the first place, and yet here I am asking again. There is a young woman, her name is Cassandra, who is a member of my debate club. She has undeservedly stumbled into trouble very recently and requires nothing but the best defense attorney. Of course, you immediately sprung to my mind after the wonderful job you did as counsel in my case. Without a doubt, you must have heard about the riots at Freedom Plaza 2 days ago. Probably also about the injured police officer. I will not beat around the bush. Cassandra is the prime suspect of said injury, so taking on this case might bring some PR headwind with it. She claims not to have done the deed, and I am willing to believe her. Should you be willing to take on her legal defense, I would be more than grateful. I will cover any costs in full. Whatever you might need, let me know your thoughts. Alright, let's just slide all this over. And so the circle is complete. So this is why they knew each other. Abraham Goldfels was his client. Which raises the question, what was his case about? Yeah, shouldn't we be able to put that into some kind of database and get the answer? Let's look at listener, I guess. Hello, wise ass? Anyone there? So you found your way here, Harrison. Digging through your timeline was a pain in the ass. Why didn't you just tell me you wanted to chat? When you told me what happened to Nina, I went straight on to research. I got the impression that the Gov is up to no good. Great work, Captain Obvious. Yeah, fair reaction. I did find something. Something you won't like a bit. Orwell! Shit. Initiate. What is Orwell? Oh no. We did everything to keep it outside of the nation until we were ready for the revelation. And now... It's unfortunate people have become aware of it ahead of time. We must tread very carefully now. They will not speak so openly any longer, I fear. This is where I am. That's a good question. Seems it's a system that can put everything on the web under surveillance. What exactly do you mean by everything? Everything as in this very convo, every call, web page, maybe PCs, whatever. You're bullshitting me. I'm not, man. I'm not. I wish I was. Let's assume for a sec you're right. How did you pull this off? Storage alone is one thing, but actively going through all of it? They outsource surveillance to people outside the nation. Interesting. That doesn't sound like a good idea. Those people are supposed to collect pieces of data from websites, all kinds of communications and whatnot, and send it to the Orwell mainframe. It's safe to assume that nothing is safe anymore. How come we've never heard of it? Even more importantly, how come you have? I have very good connections to some hackers outside the nation. They know a thing or two about secret recruiting for this shit. without letting people in the nation know. Don't know how exactly they pull that off, but they do. And that also explains what happened to Nina, I guess. This is so fucking crazy, Do they have no decency? No fucking respect for privacy? And for Nina? Hell, this is everything we fought against. Harrison, don't. You need to watch your tongue. I do not need to fucking watch my tongue. Please chill, man, or we will regret it. Oh, I will never again chill until this madness stops. I already got an idea tailor-made for you. Man, if you discuss things like that here, you'll get us both locked up. Let's meet somewhere then. Yeah, and say the word and Day will be there too. There must be something we can do to talk without the possibility of somebody snooping around. We can't stand around doing nothing. Well, there's one thing. It's a bit risky. Are you using my chat tool right now as well, right? Aren't you? Well, if I wanted to save my life in a cage, if I wanted to live my life in a cage, I'd go live in a fucking zoo. This system needs to be shut down. Yeah, it's abominable, but yeah, I am. This tool has a built-in cipher. It's custom encryption algorithm written by me. Easy to break, but off record, and that's what we need. They probably cannot break this. Not right away. Gives us a couple of messages, probably. What are you waiting for? Go for it. Okay, I'll activate it now. Just remember to write quickly. And keep your fingers crossed this will work at all. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm getting reports of an unknown cryptography here. Orwell should be able to break the encryption in mere seconds. Well, come on, Orwell. The Infinity Engine can't fail us now. Come on. Man, they sure do like talking about money, huh? It could work. I will need some time to localize the entry point, and then I'll only have seconds. One thing, what will you do with what I find there? Start a war on the government. Alright. Man, I don't know, you talking of war and shit gives me the chills. If it's war he wants, well, he shall have one. We will have Mr. O'Donnell arrested before long, I can at least be certain of that. You told me you don't have any love for the Gov. You were already a part of thought. Now prove it. Your chance to do something with relevance to it instead of hacking people's sites for fun. Oh well. Okay, fine. Time to get to work. The National Beholder just published, oh, best to see for yourself. Hold on. Don't forget to send me your stuff. O'Donnell out. Alright, let's look at the headline. I imagine you are looking my way now, aren't you? I certainly have no idea who leaked this info, certainly not me. Only very few people can access the data on our back end. This doesn't exactly aid our investigations, quite the opposite, probably. We need to hurry. Yeah, this does complicate matters somewhat if suddenly everyone stops talking, doesn't it? It seems that the Bonton bombings perpetrator yesterday, identified as Nina M., might not have been working alone. Information leaked to us from a reliable source implies she belonged to a Bonton-based group called Thought. This self-proclaimed activist group seems to be behind a number of violent demonstrations that have been held around Bonton. One of the articles on their mostly locked-up blog also quotes from that thing. The lyrics occurring in the letters spread prior to the bombings. If and how the group is indeed also involved in the bombings is left to the speculation for the moment. We have already requested the administrators of the blog for an official statement, but have yet to receive any form of response. This is bad news. This is not good news. This is suboptimal. If I were to, Alright, so, let's keep looking through here. So, charge. The defendant is accused of breaching the terms of an employment contract with the plaintiff the defendant had entered on March 15th, 2013. Oh, wait, there was a thing in here for Harrison. Because now I also have to put in his file that he knows about Orwell. This also happened, and I forgot about that. Please move the data, thank you. A real hacker network, huh? Unfortunately, we can't go after people outside of the nation. That is typically difficult. Alright, is aware of Orwell. Harrison might actually fucking do something now. Alright, before we look at that, let's look at this again. Put that over there. Abraham Goldfels worked for the government. Are you positive? This is a true surprise to me. I've never heard his name here before. Never. Someone must know him if that's true. Why was he sued over a breach of contract? The plaintiff's claim was granted though a medical record... Start that one again. The plaintiff's claim was granted, though a medical condition of the defendant could be proven by his physician, Dr. Daniel Lyons. The court could see no justification for the defendant's absence from work. Since the defendant appears to be in a healthy condition at the time of the verdict, the court was able to recognize a breach of the terms of the employment contract, causing subsequent losses for the plaintiff by the defendant. The defendant is sentenced to compensate the plaintiff by paying a compensation equal to his previous salary during a 6-month time span. Additionally, the defendant must reimburse any salary he might have received during his absence. Note, this case is considered highly classified. No media or public is permitted in court. No media coverage is permitted neither prior nor post-trial. Interesting. This is apparently serious business. This seems to explain a lot. He felt too sick for work, tried to get out, was charged for it instead, and found guilty. Considering the facts, the bombings are starting to look like a very weird kind of vendetta to me. High time we find Abraham Goldfels. I agree. Alright, profile. Year abroad in Argentina. Alright. Where is Joseph? Here he is. Oh, military service. Now, where was he? I doubt that means he has any combat experience. That is not why I added that data chunk, you fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. So, let's look at this bank account. Money. Recurring donation of $1,000. Aha! So there might be something to the connection between Joseph and Nina after all. Yes, Sims, we have found several things that indicate this. If you can find one last indication that this might be meant for Nina, that would be enough to for investigative custody. So, what have we got left to go to? Initiate's timeline still has something? Of course, it has all this shit, doesn't it, right? So, there was a listener thing that we needed to look at. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, it has been brought to our attention you have actively participated in suspicious groups in the past or present. I consider it to be unnecessary to elaborate how this is against the work regulations and our expectations of neutrality towards every journalist employed by the National Beholder. We hereby inform you about the immediate termination of our work contract regarding the National Opinion column and any other articles, texts, or reports. Well, he's probably fucking pretty pissed off right about now. If he wasn't involved before, he's definitely gonna be involved now. Ouch. A side effect of the leak, probably. I wonder what else got out to the TNB, and most of all, who did this? The safe bet right now seems to be Initiate, but he would have had to have worked pretty fucking fast. Alright. We looked at this, right? Yeah. Wait, we've looked at this entire page before, haven't we? Unless there's something new. God engine's not picking up on anything. These comments, die in hell, fuck you, fuck you. Screw all you punk-ass bitches. You hide you articles. Why? You hide you articles, why? We want you out. Yep, You are the thought, then get mind blown. What the fuck? Motherfuckers, we're definitely on the internet now. Teach me how to build a bomb, okay, great. I need to know where you live. It's not hard to find out, my dear. Know what I'm gonna do then. I will buy me a sharp little knife. Then I'll get to your home. Wait until you show your... Jesus fucking Christ. Disembowel you. Fucking hell. Shame. Ugly MF. No. Oh, fucking God. What's your thoughts on the Illuminati? You receive funds from them? Yeah, okay. I wish there was still a... Fucking hell. Oh my God. These animals. All of you. Now we're on the internet. Okay. So, did we read this one? No, we did not. My thoughts have been interrupted by a work proposal I consider intriguing yet also disturbing. Dear reader, yesterday a most uncomfortable inquiry reached me. Out of all possibilities the universe has to offer, this is the one I would have expected last. The government has requested me to work for them. The government, the very same government bringing forth the dangerous safety bill, allowing to prosecute on suggestive evidence alone. I do not understand the nature of this call. If they did their research, as they were completely aware of my views and all of my work at Stelligan, why would they specifically call on me then? This got me puzzled to the utmost, and I cannot seem to work out what they would need me for. Just that life is so hard today. Look. All I have been told is that it was... Oh my God. Why? Fucking hell. I've just, spontaneously developed illiteracy. All I have been told is that my work would be needed on a large-scale, groundbreaking project. Buzzwords bereft of meaning. Naturally, they would not elaborate on any questions. Naturally, I refused the contract. I'm noticing a conflicting data chunk that Orwell doesn't seem to be picking up on, because he did accept the contract and then broke it. Goldfels refused at first, then took the contract after all, only to breach it? Odd. I guess. This is very weird. I've no doubt they will call me again. Hey Goldfels, you can't be serious. I would not want to see you work for the government, Abe. Don't do that. Nothing good has ever come out of anything they have done. You do that and I'm out. Your most loyal reader. Out just like that. Seriously. My friend, I have no intention to work for the government, but I will. Yet, I wonder what might be the root of all this. Whether it is something nefarious they have in store, and whether whatever it might be turned into something good given the right treatment. Jesus Christ. Alright, so, July 4th, 1953. Address, Portobello Road. Abraham's address. Well done. I'll request a team for investigation immediately. Somehow I doubt he's around. Continue your work. I'll notify you when the team is reported back to me. Yeah, I'm not really expecting much to come of that. Patient has reported increasingly nagging pain in the epigastric region he experienced for several months, especially during nights, combined with a feeling he described as similar to nausea. Patient also reported decreased appetite, resulting in a loss of weight over the recent months. Patient visited due to referral of his GP to exclude carcinomas? Oh, whatever the fuck. Sonographic... tumor. Yep, okay. Sonographic localization of the upper abdomen undertaken shows a dilation of the bile duct in the head of the pancreas. CT undertaken to clarify infestation of lymph nodes surrounding and distant organs shows an infestation of parotic lymph nodes. No pathological findings on other orders. Blood sample taken to check for tumor markers. And they found one. Oh, cancer. Thanks, Sims. A carcinoma tumor of the size of approximately 2.8 centimeters has been found in the head of the pancreas. Several parotic lymph nodes, metastases have been detected. Distant on surrounding organs could not be diagnosed. Unfortunately, the tumor has surpassed the state of being operable due to the found on the lymph nodes. The patient has been informed about the circumstances, as well as the fact the average life expectancy is 6 to 12 months at this state of the cancer, though outliers with years to live exist, which he seemed to receive composedly. Administrating a palliative chemical treatment to improve the symptoms have been strongly suggested, but has been refused by the patient. That is so harsh. Yo, harsh, dude. That's really gnarly that you got a tumor and you're gonna die. Fuck. But it does mean this man has nothing to lose. That is basically what I expected to find when I looked at this medical record. I was like, he is on borrowed time. And that is exactly what happened. So what do we still have to look at? Nothing here? Oh, we haven't finished looking at this. Right, there's so many fucking things going on right now.